works.
Well,
I
that's
think
because
so
the back
cool
doesn't collapse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think it's so cool that we have slip-in in a sandal.
Okay, slip-in sandals are amazing. I'm here to tell you because I wore them all last summer and I will not go back. So these are great, especially this one for a number
Look
of
at
reasons.
that.
So you can see that little bit of like sneaky goring that we threw in that really matches the color of the upper. So it's going to be very flexible to you, extremely moldable to you. This is from our Sport Comfort Sandal division. Okay. And this means this is what I love to point out about Skechers. When we go to Skechers, when we go to our buy meetings, when we go and visit the headquarters, there are so many different rooms, so many different pillars of Skechers, and that means that they give so much attention, so much detail to the room, to the section that they are in. And so that's why we have so many of these divisions, because there's so much love and support here. And so this is that sport sandal. And what that means is we are going to give you that sporty, sneaker-like outsole. Only you're going to get the most breathable upper because it is that cross-banded sandal. Really, really easy to wear. I mean, you and I talk a lot about, this is the travel sandal.
Yeah, oh,
this
totally.
is the, you're going on a trip, this is the one you're bringing because this can go from day to night to walks to hikes because it's got that true terrain sneaker outsole giving you lots of sure-footedness, great support, giving you everything, a lot of that energy return, but easy to slip on and stays on the foot.
And so you've got that bounciness. That's what Jackie's talking about. You know when you put on a new pair of shoes and you're like, ooh, you feel that little spring to your step? You feel that.
Yeah.
In these sandals. It's not that paper thin flip-flop that by the end of the day you just feel like you're dragging because your feet are so heavy and tired.
Yes.
You've got that great traction and comfort. And then it's stable. Again, it's not a little slip-in or a little, I say slip-in, but like a little mule or a little thong sandal that you just slide on. And then you've got this kind of loosey, because remember, these are a size 7, I'm a size 8. So I don't get as gracious as a waterfall slide, but you can still kind of see that swoosh. And you're in.
Yeah.
And they are so comfortable. If you've never tried slip-ins, this is a great way to try it. First of all, the style is tried and true because it is a Summit, but it's also just such a carefree and comfortable shoe. Even that back pillow.
Really is.
I think people that haven't tried it before, the first thought is, how's that going to feel? Is that going to be comfortable? Yes, it really, really is. And your foot floop, it just gets cradled in.
And I love how on this one, sometimes you can kind of see that it's a more structured backing, you can see where it kind of changes. Here, it just kind of it blends right in. You wouldn't even know, people walking by, and even the detail here is kind of snuck into the beautiful pattern. So again, it's not really something that's shouted out that this is a slip-in. Also on this one, you get a really great roomy toe box. So just lots of wiggle room, really comfortable with that upper.
Remember, always hands-free with the slip-ins. Bloop. And it does make that sound.
Running.
Okay, all right. I think, I'm supposed to take it before bed, not during a show. Got it. Okay. Hey, we've got Skechers. So first of all, Skechers we know and love. They're one of the most recognized brands internationally. But you know what's put them in a whole new category of footwear? These are their slip-ins. Take a look at this. What your mom told you not to do with your shoes, you now can. And if anything, they're designed for you to slip right in. And now they're in the cutest fashion-forward summer boat shoe. It's part of the Gowalk division. It's a Joy vegan washable shoe. She's called Helene. So cute. This one on top is the black multi.
The colors on this are off track. They're amazing.
They're so fun.
There's great spring in your step. I mean, I was just on vacation and I love my Gowalks, and my Gowalks were the ones that I wore primarily because they were just really, really easy, extremely simple. They always look great on the foot, but that comfort. And then, you can just see so simply, you're just going to slip right in, and then
airport security.
Oh my goodness.
In and out.
So simple.
You're not clogging up the line trying to grab your shoes and find a place to sit and grab your stuff, but you don't want to walk to the bench barefoot or whatever,
It's just the worst.
It's just it makes it so easy getting in and out of the door. The slip-in works better when it's your right size, but you can see you can get into this and your foot just will slide right in.
Yes. It's so functional and absolutely so easy. This I love too as well because this is more of a pillowy upper. So all around what you're feeling is this really like just this, that's the only way to describe it, like this knit, pillowy, like really, really delicious, comfy feeling around the entire upper of your foot. You've got the bungee like faux. So it's really just giving you that look, that like that style of a lace, but you're not lacing anything. You can see it fits you again, like almost like a sweater or a jacket. It just kind of like folds around the foot. And then that slip-in technology, that is the padding. Just like you said, this is like the most padding you will have, especially if that's a section of the foot that can be very tender for you, which is most of us. And so you slip right into it and your foot is snuggled and cradled in there. And then just giving you these little, like small pops of animal print, small pops of the rose gold. I mean, it's just a way to take that sneaker and just bump it up to, I like
this, but here, okay, so here's how it works. So I don't have to bend over to get in. And do you remember, did your parents ever yell at you for doing this to your shoe and collapsing the back? Look, they don't collapse.
1,000,000%. Yes.
It doesn't ruin the integrity of the shoe. If anything, it's there to be that helpful hand, like a shoehorn. You slip right in, and then it actually is the best padding on that heel area. So if that is a tender spot for you in a lot of shoes, it just snuggles. Great word, Jackie. It does. It like cradles you in. It is the easiest shoe to get on and off. I bought my mom a pair. The second I saw her when she's at my house putting on her shoes, I was like, how do you not have slip-ins? Have I failed you?
Honestly, with your jumpsuit, but this can also be something that we can dress up.
Look how it almost disappears. I love it.
Yes.
It's not this big distracting shoe. It's this like streamlined, tailored sandal. I find that T-strap upper to be really flattering on the foot, by the way. I think it makes your foot look really long and lean. I do not have long and lean feet. I have very square feet. And to your point, Jackie, the shoe's on. You know, I'm doing cartwheels. I don't know if I could still do a cartwheel, actually.
Oh, you could. My nieces have been doing them like crazy. Absolutely, you can. I did it, and I was like, oh, okay. You still got it.
I don't know if I could get my legs straight and up.
Yes, you could.
I don't know.
Yes, you could.
I don't know.
You're a runner. You have all of that. You have all
I know,
that
and I used to be a
force,
cheerleader. Anyways, it doesn't matter. From Skechers. The out the door in a hurry because puppies really got to go potty, or your kids are already flying down the door to the bus stop. Take a look at this. Hands-free. You literally slide in, or shall I say slip in.
Yes.
Slip in to the Coral Bliss. The look of engineered laces, but it's all bungeed. Lightweight, super comfortable memory foam footbed, but you hands-free slip into these on and off. You're never collapsing the back of the heel.
Nope.
You know, I could hear my mom's voice in my head. Don't do that. You'll ruin your shoes. And that's exactly how she sounds. No, I'm
That's
just kidding.
That's how I sound on the daily.
Whenever I do
kids.
the voice, my mom's like, that's not how I sound. And I'm like, I know. It's just, okay, let me take you through the colors. Clay is right here. It's almost like the color of a blue. Technologies. I mean, I don't know if there's been anything in the world of footwear more advanced that's happened in
I couldn't
quite
agree
some time.
more. Yeah. It's definitely our latest, greatest innovation, and it's been amazing. In fact, someone today actually just texted me to tell me that her uncle had an accident and broke not one, but two shoulders.
Oh, no.
And wanted to tell me, she goes, I know you didn't like make the hands-free slip-in Skechers, because she knows that I represent Skechers, but she's like, I just have to tell you that he cannot use either one of his arms right now. He's going to be okay, thank God, but he can't use his arms, and to be able to have a pair of shoes. Now, of course, it's not these. These are women's shoes, but he has the hands-free slip-in shoes from Skechers, and he loves the idea that he can put on his shoes without anyone helping him and go for a walk or, you know, get up and down and put his shoes on. So I digress. But this is our latest, greatest technology from Skechers, our hands-free slip-in technology. No bending down, no touching your shoe at all, because we've designed this whole system. It acts as a shoehorn, and it slips your foot perfectly in. And once you're inside, you're held securely in place by this really nice, pillowy, soft heel pillow. And you can't collapse them. You can't taping details over the top. So all you're doing is slipping in literally. There's no fussy laces. It's a sleeker design so that we can wear this in a casual way, not so much with just athleisure clothes, but we could also get 10,000 steps in this,
yeah.
or, you know, do some walking and some sightseeing and all the things that you would run to a sneaker for, you can do in this kind of more